Today, live from the rinks in Hot Park, New York, the Stony Brook Seawolves take on West Virginia University Mountaineers in an ACHA Division I matchup. Thanks for joining us today at Seawolves Hockey Live. This is Andy Vignani along with Trevor Vignani. And we'll be providing the play-by-play, some of today's analysis of today's game. Last night, the Seawolves defeated the Mountaineers 3-1 and look to take the second game today from a very testy and scrappy team, the Mountaineers.
Yeah, very testy, very scrappy.
Yeah, their forecheck was incredibly quick and tenacious. We are also going to be joined by Leah Winfield, who will be joining us as well later on. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to jump to the player spotlight segment, which we really didn't get much of a chance to get to last night. So we're gonna jump over to that right now. We're gonna look at the Stony Brook Seawolves first, and the Seawolves record overall now is 16-4 with an overtime loss and 2 shootout losses. They've got 103 goals for and 69 goals against. Player spotlight for the Seawolves, we're going to spotlight number 13, Ryan Kottkamp. Ryan Kottkamp, in 21 games played, has the team lead in goals with 22. 12 assists for 34 points. Ryan did have a goal last night. He's got 6 power play goals, 2 shorthanded goals, spent 8 minutes in the penalty box. Next up is co-captain number 27, is Dan Cassano. And Dan had a solid game last night. And for Dan, it's been a tough go for getting goals, but spoke to him a little bit today, told him to keep his head up, keep persevering, keep working hard. But where Dan makes up for the lack of goals is in the assist market, 26 assists, which goes to show you, if you're a coach out there watching, you'll notice that your playmakers are the guys that help you win games besides your goaltending. So Dan Cassano, 5 goals, 26 points, 26 assists, 31 points. Has not sat 1 minute in the penalty box this year.
That's fantastic.
Lady Bing candidate. So anyway, Dan Cassano. Next up, number 11 is Nick Barbera. Nick has played 17 games with the Seawolves this year. Nick's got 11 goals, 13 assists. Good balance there for 24 points. He's got 3 power play goals, a shorthanded goal, 18 minutes in penalties, and has 2 game-winning goals for the Seawolves. We're going to spotlight number 44, Christopher Joseph. Chris Joseph, defenseman for the Seawolves, is their leading point defenseman. He has 5 goals, 11 assists for 16 points, 2 power play goals for Chris, and 33 minutes in penalties. He also has a game-winning goal. Today, the Stony Brook Seawolves will start Todd Scarola, and Todd wears number 32. Todd's played 4 games this year. He has a 3-1 record. He's got a 3.0 goals against average and a .90 save percentage. And he'll be backed up by Derek Wilms, who was the goaltender who won last night. And that's the Stony Brook Seawolves spotlight. We'll switch over now to the West Virginia squad, and we'll look at the Mountaineers. And for the Mountaineers, their top 3 scorers in succession. Number 9, Zach Leduc. Incredible player, fast, speedy, skill set, smart hockey player. Really has the complete package. Was excellent last night in the game last night. He did everything but score, hit a couple of goal posts. In 22 games, Zach's got 14 goals, 17 assists, 31 points. 3 power play goals. He's got 12 minutes in penalties and 2 game winners. So keep your eye out there for number 9 today. Next up is number 21, Connor Frey. Connor also had an excellent game last night. 24 games played. He's got 10 goals, 14 assists for 24 points. He's got 4 power play goals, 4 minutes in penalty. He also has 2 game-winning goals. It's kind of interesting about the and I'll get to this in a second, but let me get through the next player. Number 13, Trey Bracey. Fantastic game last night for Bracey. He was all over the ice in all spots, power play, penalty kill. Now, in 23 games, Trey has 12 goals, 16 assists, 21 points, 2 power play goals, 28 minutes in penalties, and he's got a game-winning goal as well. In the nets today for West Virginia is going to be Rob Borky. Rob has 7 games played. He has a 1-3 record, a 3.92 goals against average, and a .90 save percentage. But we'll get back to West Virginia. Their record overall, 8 wins, 11 losses, but they have 3 overtime wins, and that has to speak volumes when it comes to their work ethic and how they played last night. Even though they lost 3-1, they never stopped playing at any part of the game last night. They were tenacious. The goals that were let up, speaking with Paul Tabey, the head coach, basically said they came off of defensive zone mistakes or neutral zone turnovers. And all 3 of the Stony Brook goals had 2 assists on them. So plays had to be made to beat the goaltender last night, Eric Schachel, who did play extremely well. So we're going to see a good game today. And I would assume that West Virginia is going to come out knowing that they let one slip away last night. We're now joined by Leah Winfield, who's with us. And Leah,
hi.
What are your impressions of what you saw last night?
Well, last night, I think it speaks to some of the issues that Stony Brook has had with the issue of consistency. And right off the bat, at the beginning of the season, we heard Coach Garofalo say they need to be consistent and they need to be disciplined. Taking 3 penalties in the 3rd period, especially when it was still such a close game, that's not very disciplined. And that's something that they're going to have to continuously work on and definitely come out in the 1st period ready to go with their legs already underneath them.
I totally agree with that, and I think that the discipline comes down to the unfortunate defeat of last Sunday's game. They broke down discipline-wise as far as their coverage in the zone, staying out of the penalty box and such of that. One of the things I noticed last night in the game is the Seawolves did an excellent job. And I talked about West Virginia's forechecking and their speed. They did not quit. They got great goaltending, which was the key to that game last night for them, is keep it only 3-1. And Coach Paul Tabey said the same thing. He agreed that the forecheck definitely kept the Seawolves from rushing through the neutral zone and creating those scoring opportunities. But what the Seawolves did last night was they shut down their top scoring line. And
very important.
With their strong defense, you know, and all 3 of the goals, like I had said, had a minimum of 2 assists. You know, other plays were made getting the puck into the offensive zone, of course. But again, we have to say the same thing with Derek Williams. He played excellent in net. And in the very beginning, when West Virginia had come down and really put the pressure on Stony Brook, Williams came up big. Shots on goal were almost 6-2 in the very beginning of the game. And then the Stony Brook team settled down and they kind of realized, okay, we know who we're facing here. We got a very fast, tenacious forechecking team. I did speak with the coach again from West Virginia, and I complimented him on his team's discipline as far as their forecheck. It was throughout the whole entire game. It didn't, even when they went down by 1 or 2 goals, it didn't stop. It stayed constant. And he said that's part of the team's growing and, you know, understanding the philosophy and the system and how they have to play in order to win.
Right, exactly.
So, and another interesting kind of thing, I was talking with assistant coach Mark Grossman, who told me the head coach, Paul Tabey, never played hockey.
Wow.
Never played the game.
Really?
So you're talking about someone who's a student who learned about the game, maybe by watching or being under the tutelage of other players. He may have played at other levels of hockey, but he's taken teams to championships.
Yeah.
So credit to the head coach, who's got you know, you're dealing with juniors and seniors.
Right.
Juniors and seniors don't want to listen to much at that point of their lives.
Right, exactly.
He's got pretty decent control over the squad, very disciplined team. So all kudos to the coach and his assistant staff. So yeah, we're going to have when we come back from our break, we're going to have the starting lineups for you, and we'll have the officials for you. But right now, I can tell you, our head referee today is Brian Pincus. Our linesman is Tony Variali and Tom Leonardo. So we're going to take a short break. They're going to cut the ice, and we're going to come back with the starting lineups and the drop of the puck. You're watching Seawolves Hockey Live. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you in just a little bit.
Welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live. Thanks for joining us. This is Leah Winfield. We'll be joined by Annie Magnani very shortly. And we are here at the Ringston Hot Dog getting ready for a interconference matchup between West Virginia Mountaineers and the home team, the Stony Brook Seawolves. It's the ACHA game of the week, and they're taking to the ice right now to get ready for starting lineups.
Check, check. All righty. Okay, folks. We've got the starting lineup for both the squads. The Stony Brook Seawolves are going to start their fourth line today. A couple of new skaters on the ice tonight. Bobby Goodell, number 19, will center. Mike Amodio, number 16, and number 21, Brian Bozer, will get a start today. In nets will be number 32, Todd Scarola. And the Mountaineers will start at center, number 16, Nick Perschetti, number 26, Sam Jarrett, number 28, Dustin Campbell. On defense, number 19, Chris King, number 22, Al Davis. And in nets today will be number 30, Rob Borky. Our officials for today's game is Brian Pincus, he'll be a referee. Linesmen's Tony Varielli and Tom Leonardo. As the teams are being announced now on the ice. And I'll bring the Stony Brook Seawolves starting lineup to Brian Bozer, number 21. Bobby Goodell, number 19. Number 16, Mike Amodio. Mark Cartwright. Number 24, and Kevin Cavanaugh, number 52. In net, Todd Scarola, number 32. If some of you folks had trouble getting on yesterday, you can let us know by sending a message back to us through the broadcast. Some folks had mentioned there was a little bit of difficulty getting on the Stony Brook website. Some folks got on to see us directly through YouTube. But if you are having difficulty getting on, we apologize for that. Usually the link gets us right to the broadcast and gets you right there. So if you are having difficulty with that stuff, just send us some feedback and we'll do the best we can. All right, we're going to get ready to start here. We got our starting lineups. Perschetti will start at center. And And it'll be Bobby Goodell taking the faceoff for the Seawolves. And we're ready to go as Pincus drops the puck, and here we go. And Goodell wins the faceoff, forces a shot right on goal. A save by Borky. And this line for the Seawolves is not, it's their first game together. This is Bozer coming in with a backhander through the legs and almost in the net. Good play there by Borky to keep that puck out. Bozer with the puck, using his speed and his quickness now. Goodell down low, nice pass out to Everdale. And a save. Excellent first shift so far by this new fourth line, bringing some energy.
This is exactly what Stony Brook wants to see coming right off the gate.
All right, going for a change are the Mountaineers, and the Seawolves are going to stay with Goodell. This is Baker now on the faceoff, and that's picked up by number 23, Burt, who loses it on the poke check. Modio now pushes it hard. Burt picks it back up behind the net as he tries to get out. Seawolves now coming after the puck, and center ice is Cartwright, who throws it all the way back in, and the Seawolves will go spin off for a change as Burt now out through center ice. Nice feed over the middle and picked back up. Glove down by Paulick, coming in for a shot on goal. Saved by Scarola. Juggled it a little bit, but has possession. Seawolves now have Brewster, Hawkins, JT Hall with Chris Joseph and Kevin Barry. Face off to the left of Scarola. Taking the draw is Joe Baker and Hall for the Seawolves. Stony Brook wins the faceoff around the wall to Brewster. Picks up through the neutral zone and just past Hawkins. Race to get that puck with JT Hall and Burt as they collide. Hawkins behind the net with the puck over to Hall. Hall back to Hawkins behind the net. Hawkins, nice move to pick that puck up. Nice poke check. Picked up and controlling the puck nicely. And now loses possession down low as Coffey picks it up and gets it up to Miller. Miller through the neutral zone. Picked up and dumped all the way in. Picked up by Joseph now. As Joseph gets his home run pass through this neutral zone to Brewster. Brewster fakes the shot, comes in, makes a move. Backhander just wide to the left of, and the rescue now with a shot. Oh, and that puck almost poked in by Hawkins. Back to Miller at the point. Deflected shot into the corner. Pinching is Miano. Stony Brook coming out with some jump today. Some jump, I should say. Picked up by Miller now behind their net. Having a much better start than yesterday. Through the neutral zone is Dureski with the puck and dumps in. Chased down by Miller. Defenseman Miller in after the puck and picked up by Barbera. And his pass was deflected out of the zone as the Mountaineers will go for a change. Scarola holds it up for Miano. As on the ice is number 9, Leduc. Keep an eye on Leduc. He's very good on the forecheck. This will go all the way down for icing as that pass was missed by Lopes.
Shots on goal are already 4-1.
Much different than yesterday's start.
Definitely.
All right, so on this line for the Mountaineers is Matt Mager, number 8, Shane Wilson, and number 7, Adam Estes. Up the wall at the point. Shot down low. Oh, behind the net. Almost got through on a rebound off the wall. Scarola hasn't seen the ice in a little bit, so he might be a little nervous, but he'll settle down. One thing about the Stony Brook net keepers, they're all very good. And it's a team in front of them. So now we got Casano, Satola, and Kotkan making their first appearance in today's game, and one back by the Mountaineers. Shot off the post as that puck trickled in down low, and Todd Scarola did not see that shot. Up the wall to Kotkamp. Kotkamp up to Satola, to Casano. Through the neutral zone. Here comes Dan Casano. Pass to Kavanaugh. Shot. Bad save. Rebound. Kotkamp could not get a stick on it. Nice defensive play there. Keeping that puck from getting back onto Kotkamp's stick. Number 7, that was Estes, who made a nice defensive play in the zone. Now, pass ticks over to Casano. Shot right on. Borky has been very busy this first period. Big hit behind the net there as Pachetti sent down Casano behind the net. This is picked up by Satola now in the neutral zone, trying to make a move. Picked up by Kotkamp as Pachetti, again, nice job on the checking in the neutral zone. This is Barry in deep. Defenseman Barry controlling the puck, trying to control it, and loses possession of it. Now it's picked up in the neutral zone and dumped back in as we got the fourth line back on the ice. Bozer, Amodio, and Goodell had a very good first shift. Let's see if they can back it up. This is Casely, who is in the lineup today. I did not list him in the lineup, but he is in the lineup today. And a shot from the point by Barry, just knocked away by Borky. Back to the shot by Amodio, just sailed wide from the low slot area. Casely keeping it in. Back out to the neutral zone. Bozer trying to get it. Casely picks it up and gets it over to Barry. Barry over to Casely, and Casely now controls, banks it off the wall, up to Goodell through the neutral zone with speed. Coming in is Bozer. Bozer trying to get a stick on it, deflected off. Good defensive play. Casely shot from the point, screen in front, knocked away by Coffey. And this puck all the way down into the Seawolves' end. This will probably be an icing call. Non-stop action here, 15:30 left to go in the first period. Stony Brook nothing, West Virginia University nothing. Shots on goal, 7 to Stony Brook, 2 for the Mountaineers.
Which is certainly different than what we saw last night. Last night it looked like the Seawolves came out a little bit slow, but today, after a good night's rest, they've come ready to play.
All right, face off to the right of Borky, and trying to get a shot on goal was Brewster, but it was deflected off of Jarrett. Now it's back in the Mountaineer zone. Chased down, picked up by Coffey. And JT Hall on the forecheck. Nice takeaway. Oh, and Brewster trying to get a stick on it, trying to deflect it in, missed it. Down right wing, coming hard is Frey. And his shot or pass went wide. Picked up by Joseph up to Hawkins. Nice fast touch pass over to Brewster. Brewster and Hall are in the zone. Hall sends a low shot to the net. Battered away by Borky. Puck is loose up the wall, picked up by Miller. Miller throws one to the net, a deflection by Hall, just off the mark and all the way down, sent on a pass, missed by Miano. Scarola controls it to Miano, will set up behind the Stony Brook cage. And this is Lopes, Barbera, and Hawkins out. Oh, errant pass, picked up by Miller now. Miller up to Miano, touch pass up to Barbera. Barbera using his strength. Just throws Leduc down, and we have an offsides play here. As Leduc was all over Barbera, but comes a point in time when you have to just use your strength. So, as referee Pincus is talking to Lopes right now about a little after the whistle play. So, all right, faceoff will be outside the Mountaineer zone. Nick Dureski, Lopes, and Barbera, won by Dureski. And dumped back into the West Virginia zone. Puck is in the neutral zone here, and I think we're going to have our first call as we'll have a tripping penalty as Nick Dureski's stick got under the wheels of Matt Mager, I believe it was. So Nick Dureski will sit for 2, and the Mountaineers will go on a power play, which they have had, considering last night, this is like the 5th consecutive or 6th consecutive penalty that the Seawolves have taken in these 2 games. So the Seawolves will be on the PK. Barbera will be taking the draw. He's out there with Lopes, Barry, and Joseph. And face-off won by the Mountaineers, back to the point. And not getting a good shot off there was Campbell. He flubbed the shot. Now it picked up by the Mountaineers. And Barbera trying to get it out, could not. Feisty play by Priscischetti as he's nailed by Joseph on the wall. Back up to the point. Shot and a score, screen shot. That's the way you do it. You put a big body in front of the net and you move out of the way at the last minute. And here's the tale of the tape here. You've got the Mountaineers not coming out strong and taking advantage of that power play goal. As Coach Paul Tabey said yesterday, that's the strength of their game, is their power play. And they're taking advantage of it right away on a neutral zone penalty that probably could have been avoided. So the Stony Brooks down 1, out shooting the Mountaineers 8-3. So again, Todd Scarola's first game in net in quite some time, so he's going to have to shake some cobwebs off. All right, on the faceoff, Satola. And he wins it, and back into the Mountaineer zone, picked up by Chris King. Through the neutral zone, Mountaineers come. The Stony Brook team will have to try to stay out of the box today because they've taken too many penalties and they need to play more full-strength hockey. This puck was all the way down in the Seawolves zone. No icing here. Miano being watched by Corey Miller. And up through the neutral zone comes Dan Cassano. And this is Cassano to Kotkamp. Kotkamp trying to make a move to Satola. Winds and shoots. Shot was high and wide. Did not hit the net. There's good opportunity there on the stick side. And missed the net. Now dumped in by Cartwright. And back to get it is King. King. And his pass is missed. And in the neutral zone, controlled by Kavanaugh to Cassano. Cassano to Satola. And to Kotkamp. And trying to get it back to Cassano, but missed. Nice play by Cartwright to prevent that breakup. And now we got a possible 2-on-1. Now, an offsides on the play was Dracy. Dracy was astride off the sides and whistle blows and face off outside the Stony Brook zone. We got 12:28 left to go in the first period. The Mountaineers are up by 1. And
Seawolves are still leading on shots on goal, 8-3. And like we said before the game started, they have to remain disciplined because taking those penalties.
They hurt. They hurt.
Yeah.
All right, the Seawolves now. This is Hall coming in with the puck. And Hall trying to get it around the boards, gets it over to Hawkins. Gets it down to Brewster. Picked up by JT Hall. Back to the point to Joseph. Winds and shoots. And it's deflected off the skater. We're gonna have a penalty here being called. And good job by Casey to get that puck outside as Stony Brook pulls their goalie and gets the extra skater on now. As they sit up behind the net. And here comes Chris Joseph. Nice move through the neutral zone. Is picking that puck up was JT Hall. And the whistle blows. So the Seawolves will now go on the power play. As we'll get an interference call on the Mountaineers. We'll see who's going to go in the box. Nobody's in the box yet. Seems to be some discussion about who's taking the penalty. And the penalty was called. You have to go to the box, and that's number 29, Tyler Conway. Face off to the right of Borky. This is Dureski, Lopes, Brewster, Joseph, and Kavanaugh as Garofalo has his standard lineup on this power play with 2 defensemen. This is picked up by Lopes behind the net to Dureski, back to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh back to Dureski. Dureski down low to Brewster off his stick. And Sam controls it, gets it to Dureski down low. This is Lopes. Staying in a very traditional box is Mountaineers, and that shot was deflected off of Borky into the corner. Back up to Kavanaugh at the point, down low to Dureski. Dureski controls it, back up to Kavanaugh. Back to Dureski, down low to Brewster. Brewster up to the point to Kavanaugh, not on the tape. Over to Joseph, down low as the penalty killing team now gets more aggressive and spans out. Brewster controls the puck down low to Lopes. This is a perfect opportunity for Stony Brook to get someone going to the net as the box begins to open. Nice screen in front there by Brewster, but the shot deflected off the goaltender into the corner. Picked up by Kavanaugh. Back to Lopes. Lopes down low. Shot. Score! Nice little pass down low from Dureski to Brewster, who puts it right through Borky's pads. Actually, it was Lopes. I apologize. He made the nice little pass right out to Brewster, who was low in the slot area. And Sam Brewster puts the Stony Brook Seawolves into a tie game with the Mountaineers. We're all tied up at 1 with 10:39 left to go, and the power play is working for both teams right now. So I guess if you stay out of the box, you have a better chance of not letting up a goal right now, right?
Yeah.
All right, face-off center ice. Big hit there by Casely knocking Pollock off the puck. Now back into the neutral zone, sent all the way back down to Seawolves zone. Back to get it is Barry. Barry makes one move and up to Amodio and to Bobby Goodell, who sends one right on goal into the glove. And Borky will hold it. Bozer is on with Goodell and Mike Amodio. They are the fourth line today, and they've had a couple of good shifts so far. Back on defense, Kevin Barry and Scott Casely. Face-off, one back by the Seawolves. This is Barry. Throws one to the net, deflected by Bozer, just over the top. Good hand-eye coordination there by Bozer. Nice deflection, just high off the mark. And now the puck is loose behind the net. Goodell going after it hard. Here comes Amodio on the forecheck, knocking his player off the. No, nice shift here so far by this line, doing a great job. As Amodio goes for a change, and Stony Brook will begin to start to change with the puck still in the Mountaineer zone. Back out into the neutral zone, picked up by Goodell. Tries to get a backhander deep, but he flubbed it. This is Miller now. He'll send all the way down as they will go for a change as well. And this is Casely over to Barry. Barry, who lost possession of it, now picks it back up. Good forecheck again, coming from the Mountaineers, Bracey. Barry over to Casely. Casely gets it up to Kotkamp through the neutral zone with Cassano joining him, and behind the play is Sotello. Miano keeping it in, and again trying to keep it in, and does a good job. Sotello just deflecting it toward Kotkamp, but now it's out into the neutral zone. Picked up by Miano to Miller, and Miller just fire in, and it'll be held by Borky. Miller did not quite get the center line, but I guess they're going to just call that a frozen puck there. 8:57 left to go. As the Mountaineers have not had a shot since that last goal.
Right, yeah.
They're still stuck on 3. Face off to the left of Borky. Kotkamp wins it, goes through the legs. Oh, and almost a good opportunity. Set play there on the face-off. And unable to capitalize, but got real close. And now this puck is batted out. And out through the neutral zone, dumping that puck all the way in is Mager. Cartwright back to get it. Ooh, he's bumped hard by Mager. Cartwright trying to get it up to Dureski, but his pass was denied. Picked up by Kotkamp now behind the net. Kotkamp, nice move to move around the forecheck through the neutral zone to Sotello. Sotello to Cassano, breaking in, trying to make a move. Good defensive play there. That's number 7, Estes, made a real nice defensive play in the neutral zone there. Sotello now on the forecheck, picks up the puck, comes to the net. Kotkamp, he puts one right on! Saved by Borky. Kotkamp did get that on his stick and put it right toward the net. And Rob Borky made that save. That's Stony Brook's 12th shot.
Borky's really defining what it means to be the last line of
defense.
defense.
Borky's a pretty big kid. He covers a lot of the net. So face off to the left of him, and it's picked up by Burt. And he's forechecked by, we're going to have a penalty. I guess his Nick Barbera was a little too high on that forecheck, and he's going to get called for a hook, fortunately. So now the Seawolves are going to have to try to defend a power play that they've already let up a goal on, as Perschetti comes on with Jarrett, and on defense, Campbell, who's a forward, plays on the point along with Conway. And also out there is Baker. And Baker controls the puck now, watched by Chris Joseph. Barry back there with Joseph. Back to the point. Up to Conway, over to Campbell. Oop, blowing the tires. Oh, right on, is saved by Scarola. Vin Lopes blew a tire high up there to try to defend that shot. And Campbell was able to get around it, take a shot. Scarola's having a little trouble holding the rebounds. He's got to get his defense in front of him to help him.
Yeah. He hasn't seen much action.
Yeah,
so.
And that's only the 4th shot. Face off to the left of Scarola. This is Hawkins now on for the Seawolves with Brewster. This puck goes all the way around to Barry. Barry should be able to clear. as he gets it not all the way down. Center ice save there. Brewster does pick it up, and he'll try to forward it down deeper as he's knocked to the ice from behind by number 15, Baker. I'm surprised there was no call on that play. Picked up by the Mountaineers behind the net. And this is Conway now. Conway trying to skate around Brewster and able to dump the puck in and chase after it. Miller now is down there as he gets hit by Conway. Conway's a big guy. And dumped all the way down. Better job on the penalty kill right now by the Seawolves. 1 minute left to go on the kill. Picked up by Campbell from the feed from Borky and being watched by Hawkins on the forecheck. This is Conway now waiting for some support as Coffey comes out, and Conway will go to the bench. And coming out now for down on right wing is Bracey. Bracey's held up there by Joseph. By Miano, apologize, Miano. And this is Hawkins now with the puck through the neutral zone, 1-on-2. Trying to break in, he does, he shoots off the crossbar! Wes Hawkins with a scoring chance on a shorthanded opportunity. Banged it off the crossbar. This is Leduc now with a nice feed across. Picked up by Cassano, fires all the way down. Under 10 seconds left to go in the power play for the Mountaineers as the Seawolves looks like they will survive this as we are at even strength now. And now the Seawolves, this is Kotkamp, breaks to the net. Oh, he's pushed off the puck nicely there by Chris King, who lost Kotkamp on the check, but recovered nicely. Coming up the wall now. This is Leduc with speed, dumps all the way in and all the way around. Scarola will try to move the puck up the wall to Satola. And Satola's bumped off the play there by Estes. And back behind the net with the puck for the Seawolves is Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh, watched by Estes, almost stole it from him. Picked up by Kotkamp. Kotkamp drops to Satola. Down to Kotkamp, trying to make a down low play to Cassano. Back to Satola, but its pass is deflected back to the point to Barry. Barry was going to shoot, but now decides to pass to Joseph. Joseph back to Barry as they open up the ice more. Satola down low, gets it back to Joseph. Joseph over to Kotkamp, winds and shoots. Didn't get all of it. Got it to the net, and now it's held by Borky. 5:06 left to go in the first period. We got a 1-1 score. Thanks for joining us today on Seawolves Hockey Live. Andy Mignani along with Leah Winfield. We got Brian G on the camera today. Brian, thanks for helping us out. We appreciate it. And Trevor, the man behind the controls, taking care of the game. Face off to the right of Borky. Won by the Seawolves. Shot right on. Good low shot by Brewster. And saved by Borky. 15 shots on goal now. The Seawolves are shooting at will, which is what they need to do. And if that was the message from the coach, it's been well received. Face off again to the right of Borky. And this goes back to Hall, back to Joseph at the point, down to Hall. Hall on the low wall, down up Joseph. Joseph over to Barry. Barry controls down on the half wall. Down to Brewster. Brewster picks it up from the pass from Hawkins, but he's being watched by two Mountaineers. Ooh, and Pescetti gets banged by Hall. Picked up by Joseph, picked up by Barry, and he's trying to get it back to Joseph, and he's got control of it now. This is Chris Joseph skating up to Sam Brewster. Nice touch pass to Hall. Hall's in on right wing. He makes a nice move, comes to the net, shoots, and just lost a handle as he was getting closer to the net, but the puck did make it to Borky, who covered up for the faceoff. So far, we've had a pretty clean game. I mean, it's been hockey back and forth, two teams going at it. You know, it's been a good skating game. Yeah. Not as physical as we thought it might be, not yet at least, but both teams skating well. Bobby Goodell on the draw for the Seawolves against Baker. Whistle. All right, now we're ready to go, and they'll face off to the left of Borky. Face off right now is picked up by Modio. Down to Bozer, down low. Bozer battling hard against Burt. And in comes Goodell. Bozer and Goodell battling hard against Baker and Burt. And now we're going to have a penalty of a hit from behind as Goodell was pushed hard. Maybe a cross check as we see the sign from the referee. That's Joe Baker who'll go for cross-checking. I think it's Baker. Could be wrong. But we are going to have a cross-checking called. It's actually going to be Coffey who's going to the box. I'm not sure he was the one that actually cross-checked the player. You might see it on the replay, but face-off to the right of Borky. And Stony Brook is out with Cassano, Barbera, Hawkins. Got Kottkamp at the point with Cartwright. This is Kottkamp back to Cartwright. Over to Cassano, back to Cartwright. Looking again for Cassano, but Cassano went to the net. Now it's back behind the net, picked up by Barbera. Gets it up to the point to Cartwright, who'll get it over to Cassano. Cassano fakes the shot to Kottkamp, back to Hawkins with a one-timer. And saved by Borky. Nice puck movement. We got 1:37 left to go in the power play for the Seawolves as the Mountaineers make a change. Off comes Davis and off comes King. Picked up by the Seawolves. This is Kottkamp. Wines fakes the shot. Force wide, and now it's picked up by Hawkins, who controls the puck and looking for an opportunity, but too many Seawolves were all bunched up, so he couldn't move the puck. Now it's to Cassano. Cassano over to Kottkamp. Kottkamp back to Cassano. Back to Kottkamp, trying to shoot a puck, but they just can't get through. The Mountaineers are doing a good job with the shooting lanes and blocking them, so the Seawolves just have to keep moving the puck. One-timer! And it was a block down by the D.
It's important in situations like these for Stony Brook to really take advantage of it because it can easily be a 2-1 game heading into the second period.
Yeah. All right, we're going to have a replay of the penalty. Yeah. And what's it, number 20? Let's see, yeah. Oh, yeah, he pulled his legs out. Yeah, it was tripping more than a cross-checking. Picked up now through the neutral zone. With speed comes Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh races in, and his shot is deflected into the netting. We actually could have had 2 penalties on that play, actually, because there was a cross-check and there was a trip. So he called the cross-check on the wrong player, I think is what happened, because Coffey was going in the box thinking, why am I being called for a cross-check? I didn't cross-check anybody. Lopes trying to get it to the net. Good defensive play there by the Mountaineers. This is Kavanaugh. 30 seconds left to go in the power play. Ooh, shot right on. A save by Borky. Kavanaugh controls it in the neutral zone for the Seawolves. This is Dureski now with a pass over to Brewster. And he's got Joseph breaking in, and he takes the shot. Just either it skidded wide or Borky did get a piece of that. Brewster to the net, shoots! Saved by Borky. The puck is loose. The Seawolves working hard. Back to the point to Kavanaugh as the penalty is 3 seconds left. Dureski shot, he scores! A power play goal by the Stony Brook Seawolves. A shot from Nick Dureski. We don't know if it deflected off anybody, but it was wide to the right side of the net on the blocker's side of Borky, who may have been screened. I think he was screened on the play, and it did catch net coming in wide on the wide side. And we got a 2-1 game. The Stony Brook Seawolves up 2-1 with 2:03 left to go in the first period. Connecting on 2 power play goals today. Face off, center ice, Satola against Baker. And Baker wins the draw. But now Kottkamp is out there doing a nice job forechecking. Through the neutral zone, the puck's picked up by Coffey. Thrown back to the Seawolves, picked up by Satola now to trying to get it to Cassano, but the play just, it's that forecheck, it's the checking tenacity of the Mountaineers that's frustrating the Seawolves at times. Now controlling that puck behind the net is Burt, trying to get it up the wall, and Stony Brook's doing a good job themselves, but now that play is offside of the whistle down. Faceoff will be just outside the Mountaineer zone. And we got a replay of the goal that was just scored. And we'll watch this pass come from Kavanaugh over to Dureski fires it right in the net. No screen. And that was a nice shot by Nick Dureski. And now this is Hawkins for the Seawolves dumping it in on the forecheck against Conway is Hall. Brewster's down low as well. Picked up by Hall now as the Mountaineers try to get it out and fire it all the way down. This will be no icing. It's waved off. Picked up by Miller. Miller up the wall to Hawkins. Hawkins up the wall. Hall gets it to Brewster. Brewster's 1-on-3. Sends a shot to the net as he's hit by two Mountaineers and one goes down. Sam's big. All right, face-off actually out into the neutral zone, picked up by Miller. He'll dump in with under 30 seconds left to go in that first period. Shots on goal, 19 for the Seawolves, 4 for the Mountaineers. This is Goodell as the fourth line is once again on the ice for the Seawolves. Drew the neutral zone, kicked up by Goodell, and fired all the way back in. And that'll be an icing. Face-off will be in the Mountaineer zone. Next week, the Stony Brook Seawolves hit the road and will face a divisional opponent in the University of Delaware, which is going to be undoubtedly two very, very big games as Delaware came in here and took two close games from the Seawolves earlier in the season. So Stony Brook will hit the road next week and check the website for results. Face off to the left of Borky. And one back by the Mountaineers. Good job by Pescichetti on that draw. And that puck is fired to the neutral zone with under 5 seconds to go. And we are at the end of the first period with the score. The Stony Brook Seawolves 2, the West Virginia Mountaineers 1. Shots on goal through the first period. 19 for the Stony Brook Seawolves, 4 for the Mountaineers. Shots scoring the goals for the Seawolves was actually the first score of the game was number 5 of West Virginia. That was Miller who scored the goal. Then Brewster got the first goal for the Seawolves on a power play. And then Nick Dureski got the second goal on a power play. We had some penalties in that first period. First period, Nick Dureski took 2 minutes tripping. Conway for West Virginia took 2 minutes interference. Barbera took 2 minutes for hooking. And Coffey 2 minutes for cross-checking. So we're going to take a short break. We're glad you could join us on Seawolves Hockey Live, and we'll see you at the start of the second period. And welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live. Andy Vignani along with Leah Winfield. And Leah, let's do another update for the folks listening in on the goals and the penalties of that period.
Well, heading into the second period, it's 2-1 in favor of Stony Brook. We had a goal by number 25, Sam Brewster, and number 91, Nick Dureski.
And both power plays, right?
Right, exactly. And so was the goal for West Virginia, which was by Corey Miller. That was also a power play goal, the first one scored in the first period. Shots on goal were 19-4 in favor of Stony Brook, and we had a couple of penalties, obviously. 2 by Stony Brook, 1 by Nick Dureski, 2 minutes for tripping, 1 by Barbera, 2 minutes for hooking, 2 by West Virginia as well. Conway, number 29, got 2 minutes for interference, and number 20 for West Virginia, Coffey, got 2 minutes for cross-checking.
All right, so we're up to speed on all that. We will start the second period all even up as the teams will switch sides. The Seawolves will be skating from right to left as the West Virginia University Mountaineers will skate left to right. And looks like the Seawolves will come back, maybe start that fourth line again. Had a lot of energy. I see a couple of players from that line making their way to the center ice. And Bobby Goodell getting ready to take the face-off. And he'll be joined by Brian Bozer and Mike Amodio. On defense will be Miano, Miller, and this is Jarrett, Pescichetti, Campbell, and on defense, Al Davis and number 19, King. Face-off won by the Seawolves, and through the neutral zone and all the way into the Mountaineer zone with the puck. Now Bozer on the forecheck. Nice job there, taking his player off the ice. Oh, and that puck just deflected right off the top of the net. Bozer throws it out in front. It deflects off a body and over the top of the net. As this line immediately coming out again and trying to make an impact right away. Now Miller loses possession of the puck, coming in hard as Pescichetti. Good battle there. Pescichetti worked real hard to get that shot to the net. Saved down by Todd Scarola. Now the puck is loose out in front. And a backhander attempt by Jarrett goes high and over the top of the net as the pressure now is being put on by the Mountaineers. Jarrett with a shot. Knocked down and blocker down by Miano. That one hurts a little bit as Matt gets up gimpy. And now controlling the puck as the Mountaineers start to change up is Paulick. And Miller is watching Paulick. So right now the fourth line for the Seawolves having their first adversity as this puck goes all the way out, no icing, and they'll be able to get the change. And there is the long changes period, so teams do have to realize that they've got to get off the ice a little bit, you know, maybe prior for that tank running out of gas so they can get to the bench, as Miano's really laboring, taking that shot off the ankle as he gets onto the bench. And face-off will be to the left of Borky as the Seawolves come back with Hall, Hawkins, Brewster, Kavanaugh, and Cartwright. And on the face-off win, back to the Seawolves. A shot right on, saved by Borky. Didn't think he had it, but it was under his pad. Nice low shot. And Borky in good position making the save. Face-off again to the left of Borky. Taking the draw is Baker against JT Hall. And puck is dropped and one back by the Mountaineers. Up the wall, Miller tries to control it, but Kavanaugh sends it back down. Brewster back down low on the forecheck with Hawkins. Now the puck comes up to Corey Miller, and his pass through the neutral zone goes wide of Paulick. This puck is now off sides, but now picked up by the Seawolves. Hawkins controls it and gets it past to JT Hall, but behind him, and picking that puck up now and making a nice pass toward the middle to oh, what a play by Kavanaugh coming back and taking Leduc, who you know has a lot of speed, going to the net, nobody with him. Now in front, and we'll have a penalty here as JT Hall hauls down Trey Bracey as the Mountaineers coming out with a little bit of some energy, drawing that penalty, catching Stony Brook a little flat-footed in their zone. So they will go on the power play. 17:58 left to go in the first period. JT Hall will sit for 2 minutes. We'll get the call. I believe it might be a tripping penalty, but we'll get the call in a second. It was a hooking call. Back to the point, picked up by Coffey. Now back over to King. King controls the puck. Back over to Coffey. Coffey down low on the half wall to Leduc. Cross-ice pass, feed, and a shot goes wide. That was Bracy with the shot that went wide. This is now Leduc trying to control it down low and not able to get it out. Dureski had a chance to get it out. Saved by Scarola on the shot by Bracy. Bracy now controls on the half wall. Watched by Lopes. Lopes almost was able to get it out, but good job by this to keep it in. Oh, and a pass to Leduc off the mark. Got by and not on goal. Now behind the net, controlling it. This is Bracy. Bracy up to the center ice, but King, and he missed the puck out of the zone. Picked up by Dureski, who gets it to Lopes, who almost had it around Coffey, but Coffey made a nice stick check here. Coming through the neutral zone is Coffey with the puck. And he's hit by Chris Joseph. And the puck goes out of the zone. And Conway to Coffey over to Jarrett, back over to Conway in the neutral zone, eating up some valuable time on the power play. Conway now dumps it down low, picked up by Pescetti. Gets it over to Jarrett, back to the point to Campbell, back to Jarrett. Jarrett takes a shot, knocked down by Lopes. Good play by Lopes, getting away that shot. And right now, the Mountaineers have 25 seconds left to go and have no shots so far in this power play. And no shots for the period, as a matter of fact. 16-15 left to go. Oh, Kotkam almost able to steal that puck. Here's Jarrett now skating in on right wing. And poke check by Miano. Back behind the net is Pescetti trying to get it out in front. This is Jarrett holding the puck. Kotkam, nice deflection, gets that puck deflected out of the zone. Campbell just sends it back in as the Mountaineers go for a change. Picking the puck up is Miller. And he home runs that pass to Kotkam. Kotkam trying to get it to Satola, just off the mark. Back into the Seawolves zone. Picking it up is Miller. His pass was missed by Kotkam. This goes all the way down, and this will be an icing. 15:38 left to go in the second period. Stony Brook nursing a one-goal lead, 2-1. Faceoff will be to the right of Scarola, and Kotkam will take the draw for the Seawolves and Bracy for the Mountaineers. Puck is won. Eventually, it'll be won by the Seawolves. Picked up by and Leduc gets a shot, and that puck deflects up into the netting as it hit off of Miller. Faceoff will be to the left of Scarola. As the Stony Brook Seawolves change up their defense, on comes Kavanaugh and Conwright. Satola will take the draw. And puck is in a scrum right now. Oh, and Leduc, his shot eventually got blocked. It's picked up by Kotkam, trying to get through the neutral zone. He does to Satola. Satola's with Cassano now with the puck. Puts a high shot high and wide over the top of the net. Kotkam trying to get a shot. He's knocked. Puck is knocked off his stick. Picked up by Satola. Winds and shoots. Shot save by Borky. Back to the point to Cartwright, who winds and shoots. Locker down in front by the D. And this puck is in the neutral zone now. It's picked up by King, who's in on. He throws it behind the net to Kotkam. Kotkam is being watched by Leduc, who cannot get the puck passed away from Kotkam. Kotkam now through the neutral zone. Nice move here. 3-on-2 coming in. Kotkam controls it, tries to get it to Kavanaugh, who joined the play. This is Kavanaugh now getting pushed to the boards. And Kavanaugh is still in deep and controls the puck back to the point to Kotkam, who's filled in nicely for Kavanaugh. Kotkam gets the feedback, and the shot on goal is saved by Borky. Kotkam controls behind the net, checked by Chris King. This is Satola now being watched by Estes. Picked up by Kotkam, now taken away by King. This is a battle. Down low, puck back to Kotkam, who's being knocked off the puck. What a shift by these two lines. This is Joseph now trying to make a play, but he did a good job holding up Leduc. Or actually Estes, and that pass was not able to get through. Now the battle behind the net. Back to Pescetti. Shot saved by Scarola. Oh, JT Hall just did a nice job deflecting that puck back behind the net, as Scarola was a little out of place there. And JT Hall, seeing that, wisely went there and took that pass that was coming through the crease and battered it back behind the net. Good play by J.T. Hall. Credit the Mountaineers are coming out strong. Even though they only have one shot on goal so far, they're playing tenacious. They're playing hard, and that's what makes it frustrating playing against a team that might be a better team than them. It just frustrates them, and they can't get their game going. So I credit the Mountaineers for playing a good game here. This is Hawkins now for the Seawolves, and he's going up against Coffey. Coffey takes it, rolls it all the way around. This is Casely. He throws it all the way down deep, takes a hit from Campbell. In the pinch is Miano, and Miano gets it deep. This is picked up by Brewster, who's knocked off by Preschetti. Preschetti's playing a good game again. He played a great game yesterday, another good game today, using the body. And now this puck is deflected back to the point to Miano, who just risks a shot. Screen shot went wide, and this puck is back into the neutral zone, picked up by J.T. Hall. Watched by Jarrett. Miano to Hawkins. Hawkins looking to get Brewster, and the pass was deflected. Back up the wall, Hawkins trying to keep it in, battling against two Mountaineers, and there's always two Mountaineers on the puck in most cases. So it's always a 1-on-2 unless Stony Brook brings in a second player. That's one thing that they do, and that's coaching. This is Lopes, controls for the Seawolves. Up the wall to Cartwright, and that pass went wide and all the way down for an icing. 12:24 left to go. In the second period, you're watching Seawolves Hockey Live. Andy Mignani along with Leah Winfield. And we got Brian G on camera, Trevor, our producer, director, behind the controls. Face off to the right of Scarola. Dureski against Baker. And one back by the Mountaineers. Shot from the point, saved by Scarola. Little innocent shot there by Philip Lorelli, who is on the ice. I think Phil's the only freshman who's suited up for the Mountaineers. He's a local kid, played Apple Corps on Long Island. Face off to the right of Scarola. This is Lopes on the draw. And Vin wins the faceoff out of the zone, picked up by the Mountaineers. Barbera now trying to get it to Lopes, but off the mark. And we'll have an offsides call here as Lopes went in, called the delayed offsides. Lopes came out, Dureski went in, the puck was still offsides. I made the offsides call. Lopes on the faceoff, trying to get that wide win again to perhaps the Barbera, who was wide on the lineup. Scarola behind the net, wings it around the boards to Barbera. Nice pass out to Dureski, who falls down and loses possession, but picks it up. In the neutral zone, they scrap away. Coming away with it is the Mountaineers. A shot, bad save by Scarola. And back out in front here, and there was no Mountaineer there. Stony Brook was kind of scrambling, but this is Lopes breaking in on left wing to Barbera. Back to Lopes, trying to get a pass back to Lopes, and then he throws it back behind the net to Barbera. Cross-ice feed to Joseph. Joseph throws a deflection by Lopes. Save by Borky. Good deflection by Vinny Lopes. Good hand-eye coordination there. Good play here, back to Lopes, swing, oh, shot high and wide. There's a give and go from Bozer, who's on. Bozer with a deflection. As the Seawolves are trying to make an attempt to get a change going here. As Joseph now flags it down as we get the change complete, get the fourth line out there. Goodell, Bozer, and Amodio, who have put some great shifts together today. See if they can maintain this energy that they're bringing the Stony Brook squad today. And this shot all the way into the corner by Connor Frey, actually. And twirled around is Bozer on the play, who's able to get it out into the neutral zone. This is Joseph battling to get it deeper. Joseph carries that puck in now on left wing, carrying it in, and puts one toward the net. Knocked down, actually in front by Bozer, who's going to the net a lot. As this will be an icing call, and it'll give the Seawolves a great chance to change up and get a fresh line out there.
West Virginia's only had two shots on goals. so far halfway through.
And it's amazing because they have played very well in this period, and they just can't get the shots. But they do a great job defending, but they're just not transitioning into offense. Now, Stony Brook wins the faceoff. This is Cassano. Down low to Satola. Back up to the wall to Miller. Wrist shot low. Saved by Borky. And one thing the Seawolves do pretty well is they get in the offensive zone. They make something happen.
Yeah.
But it's only a 2-1 game, so Borky's handled 23 shots. 25 overall, but 23 saves. Face off to the left of Borky. Linesman is asking the players to get lined up properly, and back. Stony Brook wins the faceoff again. This is Miller's shot. It's blocked down in front. Back to Miller at the point. Keeps it in. Throws it down the wall all the way around. Kottkamp will get it for the Seawolves, and he'll try to get it down to Cassano. Kottkamp trying to control it. He's being watched by 2 Mountaineers. Down low is picked up by the Mountaineers and trying to get it back out. Miano, defenseman for the Seawolves, did a nice job keeping it in. And now this puck is shot out of play. The faceoff will be deep inside. Actually, they're going to bring it outside for Stony Brook player, so it's going to go outside the zone. Seawolves make a line change here. They bring out Hall, Brewster, and Hawkins. Kavanaugh and Cartwright on defense again. And the Mountaineers counter with Pescichetti, Campbell, and Jarrett, who, by the way, was the line that scored the goal last night. Up the wall comes Campbell. Over to Pescichetti on right wing, coming down. Tries to make a drop pass to Campbell. No sail. Through the neutral zone come the Seawolves. JT Hall on left wing to Brewster on his backhand. Back to Hall. As Hall is immediately surrounded by 2 Mountaineers, and Mountaineers get control of the puck. Now this puck up the wall comes up center ice, and Hawkins gets it batted back in by Cartwright. And in on the forecheck comes Hall. Racing in hard. Oh, big hit. Big hit by Hall on Murray. Back to Kavanaugh, to the point to Joseph. Wrist shot in the glove and saved by Borky. JT Hall coming in, making that hit, creating that turnover and that scoring opportunity for the Seawolves. Is the kind of effort that you need to get from your lines every shift. Someone has to make an impact. Nick Dureski on the draw against Baker. And Baker wins it behind all the way around. Picked up by Davis, trying to get it out, and he does to the neutral zone. Picked up by Kavanaugh. Lopes, apologize. And over to Barry. Barry control. This is Brewster trying to get it to Lopes. And just off the mark. Picked up by Barry again. Barry's looking for some options. He'll go to Joseph. And Joseph will fire in on goal. Knock it down by, gloved down by Borky. Trying to get it out, not able to do it. Oh, and that shot just whistled wide, as it might have deflected off the defenseman in front. Surprising shot from the point. This is Dureski right in front. And he tried to get it down low to Barbera, but good defensive play there. Now Lopes, excellent job here keeping the puck in. Excellent job by Lopes. We got a penalty, unfortunately. Got a retaliation penalty for a slash, and he will go. An unnecessary penalty there, but nonetheless. Chris Joseph saying hello to somebody that he might know. Now Chris Joseph's going to go to the box. We're going to have 2 guys on the box. That's 2 uncharacteristic plays there. I'm not sure if there'll be a penalty on. Yeah, I think there'll be a penalty also on the Mountaineers. Yeah, Miller's going to go as well as Joseph. They're probably going to go for 2 minutes each for roughing. So we'll have some 4-on-4. No, we'll have actually be 4-on-3 hockey. or 5-on-4, because those are matching penalties. And we've got the original penalty called on Lopes. But Stony Brook loses Joseph on PK, which is, you know, not good because Chris is a good defender, good penalty killer. Seawolves will have Miller, Miano, Casano, and Kotkamp against Leduc, Bracy, Frey, and on defense, Coffey and King. All right. Controlling the puck is Frey. Down low, trying for that give and go. Back up to the point to Coffey. Down low to Frey. Frey looking for options. Back to Coffey. Back to Coffey again. Down to Frey. Down low. Working behind the net. Looking for that pass for Leduc. Coming across. And good defensive play there by Miano. Denying Leduc his stick. Frey shot. Wide all the way around. Casano races over. Bangs it out. Gets it all the way down. The defense changes up for the Seawolves. Barry and Cartwright are now out there. With Casano and Kotkamp. Very size pass. And nice play by Barry to actually create that offsides play. And another good play by Barry, taking the body. Picked up by Leduc now. He tries to get it over to Frey, but, oh, and now Frey, there's a call on Frey. Good call by the ref. That was a trip. And shot by Kotkamp in a shorthanded situation. But going to the sin bin will be a Mountaineer player, and we'll be evening this up for 44 seconds, and then the Seawolves will have a minute and short penalty power play themselves, a little over a minute. And going to the sin bin is number 21, Connor Frey, as he took a Seawolf down. Face-off will be to the left of Borky. It's actually Nick Barbera on the draw, and Barbera wins it back. It's Kavanaugh being watched by Campbell. As Campbell now takes the stick away from Kavanaugh, and that pass out in front, that shot was knocked down in front by Cartwright, and that shot just whistles wide. As yeah, this is a very, very physical shift right now by the Mountaineers. Shot down low, batted away by Scarola. Seawolves here getting outplayed right now. This little shift. Cartwright's been knocked down and tripped a couple of times. He lost his stick. So, yeah, Cartwright's Kavanaugh's been the target here, as he was last night. He took a couple of roughing penalties that are not typical of Kavanaugh's very cool, controlled player defensively and emotionally on the ice. So, and now we got a penalty being called on 23 as he took a liberty. Oh, he actually is being denied the change. The referee's denying the change. I thought he actually hit. I actually thought he hit Dan Casano trying to get off the ice, but he just denied the change. All right, face-off outside the Mountaineer zone, picked up by Casano, as we are in a power play situation right now for the Seawolves. As they're having a little difficulty getting into the zone now. Picked up by Casano. Cross-ice feed to Kotkamp. Kotkamp racing in, trying to get it around. So, Mountaineer player controlled by Casano. That puck is knocked down by Jarrett. Picked up by Barbera. Cross-ice feed to Cartwright, who's down low, but could not control the pass. Now the puck is off Casano's stick. Picked up by Cartwright, gets it to Barbera, who's now in the zone. Barbera, wrist shot high, off the glove. Back to the point to Casano. Down low to Barbera. Back to Casano. As the Stony Brook players start to move on the power play. Shot by Barbera, down low, patted away, and fired out. Good save by Borky and a nice little shot by Barbera. Up the wall now. As this puck goes all the way down and coming in to get it is Leduc using that speed and that tenacity. Lopes knocks Leduc down and the puck goes all the way in. We got 4 seconds left in the power play for the Seawolves, and we are all even up. Stretch past to Hawkins coming in. He's got Kotkamp breaking with him. Hawkins to the net, comes around the net with the puck. Back to the point to Miller. Wrist shot. Oh, just wide. Lopes with the rebound. Backhands it behind the net. Back up the wall to Miller. Lost it on the bounce. Scott Casely back to get it for the Seawolves. Over to Miller. Up the wall to Dureski. Back across to Miller. But to Casely. Casely in deep. Puts one on. Save made by Borky. We're going to have another penalty here as the referee is trying to take control of this game as the hits are starting to get a little high. And going off will be Trey Bracey. This is going to be another penalty on him, on the Mountaineers. With 3:55 left to go in the second period, still a 2-1 score. Thanks for tuning in and watching it. Appreciate that. Nick Dureski will be on the draw for the Seawolves. Again, he'll go against Jarrett. And Joseph at the point with Kavanaugh. Lopes out there with Brewster and Dureski. Back to Lopes as Stony Brook wins the faceoff. Kavanaugh controls at the top, down Lopes. Lopes, wrist shot! Oh, deflected off the glove. And fired all the way down. Good shot by Vinny Lopes, good save by Borky. Able to make that glove save and deflect it high over the net. Oh, almost a giveaway there. Kavanaugh having a little difficulty with some of the passes as the forechecking's coming in fast. This is Joseph now. Controls behind the net. Up to Lopes. Over to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh controls. Back to Joseph. Joseph down low to Lopes. Back to Joseph. Joseph, wrist shot! Deflected into the corner. Never made it to the net. Picked up by Lopes now. Lopes controls the puck. Down on the half wall. Up to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh. Over to Joseph. As they switch sides. Back to Kavanaugh. Able to get the one-timers now on the defense. Back up the wall to Kavanaugh. Mountaineers are doing a good job. 47 seconds left to go in the power play. Seawolves not able to get anything to the net. Right now they try. Joseph with the score! As he looks to the heavens after the shot, the one-time beautiful pass. As we watch the play again, Joseph's going to sneak down the wall, sneak down to the outside of the net. As this pass is a beautiful pass right on the tape, no hesitation, bang it in one time. And I believe that was, let's see who actually made the pass. It was Vin Lopes again. Second assist for Lynn on today's game. Nice pass, good vision on the ice. And we got a 2-goal lead here for the Seawolves. Another power play goal for them. So the power play is really clicking today, which is good. And the coach comes right back with the fourth line, which is a good move here. And keeping the energy going. 2:30 left to go in the second period. Yes, all the goals today scored so far. All 4 goals are on the power play. Keeping this puck in here is Barry. Barry's in deep, and he'll keep controlling the puck, and he'll go around the wall, and he's lost an edge there, fell down, but now the Seawolves have to get back. Coming in, this is Leduc. He scores! Wow. Barry pinched too deep. Nobody backed him up, and the 2-on-1 was created. And Leduc this time puts one home. He's had really 2 good games, and
it's only a matter of time.
It really was only a matter of time before he scored one, and he put a nice one in there, using his speed. As we watched the pinch, and Mike Amodio not able to catch Leduc with the speed, and back to a 1-goal lead. And that's our first full-strength goal today.
Yeah.
And it was against the fourth line, which is kind of surprising because they've played very well. And We'll see their next shift if they can figure out a way to make that up. So, and nice move here. Oh, a shot right on goal by Leduc again is just walked right in. Nobody challenging him. 1:47 left to go, and 9 shots on goal now through 2 periods for the Mountaineers as the defense will make a change. Scott Casely will come off. Niana will go back on. Kotkamp on the draw against Estes, and Kotkamp wins it, but the whistle blows. So we have a do-over. Yeah. Face off to the right of Scarola, and we still can't seem to get the guys lined up as the refs want them on the line. They don't want them in the circle. And picked up by the Seawolves on the win of the face-off. Cassano through Kotkamp. Nice pass to Satola and gets that shot on goal, and juggled and gobbled up by Borky. Face off to the right of Borky. Satola will be on the draw, and he'll be up against Estes. Now Estes gets tossed, and taking the draw will be Mager. Face off won by the Seawolves. Back to Cavanaugh at the point. He's got some room, takes a shot, drew a screen, saved by Borky. Back up to the point again. Cavanaugh again, another shot, deflection by Satola, and Borky dives on the puck as the Seawolves bring in the pressure. 1:19 left to go. This is like a basketball game. Yeah. The last minute to play is taking forever. But we have no timeouts. We only get one hockey. So face off to the right of Borky. And we'll do it again. And this time won back by the Mountaineers, but Satola comes back to win it on the battle. Picked up by Satola. Back up to the point to Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh controls it over to Cartwright. Cartwright's pass, his shot was blocked. Good play there by Campbell. Knocked it back into the neutral zone. Cartwright now will dump all the way back into the corner in to get it. And they're going to call an icing on this because Cartwright did not get the center ice line. And the Seawolves got to be sure to get the center ice line as Cartwright was about a foot away from it. And they got away with it earlier in the game, but not now. Face-off will be to the right of Scarola. We were under a minute left to go in the second period. 3-2, Stony Brook with the 1-goal lead. And now Kotkamp is tossed from the face-off circle. Satola now in to get the draw against Persichetti. And into the corner. Cartwright. Cavanaugh wipes it all the way around. Trying to get that puck out was Cassano, was denied by Jarrett, who's on his knees. Sends a shot behind the net. Persichetti down low, watched by Cartwright. Under 40 seconds left to go. Picked up now by the Mountaineers. Persichetti now gets dumped by Cartwright, and he's going to go. But Cartwright's down. He's hurt. I don't know what happened to him, but maybe his wrist. I'm not sure. But he'll go for tripping as a lot of pressure here by the Mountaineers late in the second period. And he's all right. He gets up, and he'll go to the penalty box. But now the Seawolves will be down a man for the last 32 seconds and also carrying into the third period. So Mountaineers are looking at this as an opportunity right now. They've already scored once on the power play, and they're going to do what they can to try to get this game tied up before this period's out. Coming on really strong now, which is a very effective way to put pressure on a game, is scoring late in a period. Sam Brewster will take the draw. He's out there with Hawkins, Barry, and Joseph. And now we're going to have a redo on the face-off as Brewster gets tossed. Hawkins will take the draw now. And now they're going to change out the face-off man for is the referees want them outside the circle, which is, you know, okay. Anyway, face-off won by the Seawolves, picked up by Barry. He gets it to Joseph. Joseph will fire all the way down. Sam Brewster on the forecheck, coming hard. Puck up the wall. Here comes Leduc. Leduc patrolling on the wall. Back down to Leduc. Leduc down low, trying to get a one-timer. Oh, it's missed by Connor. Oh boy, I'll tell you, that was a one-timer opportunity. It probably could have been a goal. Shots high and wide off the wall. So we're at the end of 2. We'll come back with the recap before the start of the third period. The Stony Brook Seawolves are winning by a score of 3-2. Shots through 2 periods, 27 for the Seawolves, 9 for the Mountaineers. And we'll recap everything for you before the start of the third period. Meanwhile, we're going to take a little break. You're watching Seawolves Hockey Live. We'll be back in a few minutes. Welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live, everyone. Andy Bignani along with Leah Winfield. Leah, why don't you bring us up to speed on the stats through the second period?
Well, heading into the third period, Stony Brook is leading by 1 goal, score of 3-2. In the second period, we saw 2 goals, one scored on the power play by Stony Brook by number 44, Chris Joseph. And we also had a goal scored by West Virginia, number 9, on even strength, Zach Leduc. We had a slew of penalties by both Stony Brook and West Virginia. JT Hall went off for 2 minutes for hooking, Lopes 2 minutes for slashing, Chris Joseph 2 minutes for roughing, and at the end of the period, Cartwright 2 minutes. We also had penalties from West Virginia, number 5 Miller 2 minutes for roughing, number 21 Connor Frey 2 minutes for tripping, and number 13 from West Virginia, Bracey for roughing. In the second period, shots on goal were 8-5 in favor of Stony Brook, giving us a grand total of 27-9 shots on goal.
So the Mountaineers did narrow the gapping on the second period with the shots. The Stony Brook Seawolves did not get as many scoring opportunities in that second period, although they did get the power play goal.
Right.
Mountaineers got the late goal with under 3 minutes to go in the second. It was a full-strength goal, first full-strength goal of this game. And now the Seawolves find themselves down, man, for 1:28 seconds, and they'll be on the PK. I saw a real energy surge in the latter half of that second period from the Mountaineers. And I think the Stony Brook Seawolves have to play their best period of this game to win.
They do.
Or get some lucky bounces. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully they'll be able to find the energy and be able to get through this period with a victory. Hopefully they'll be able to play their 4 lines, and that will keep the energy going. The fourth line did bring a lot of energy today, although they did score on that ice for that last goal, but arguments can be made either way on, whether or not the defenseman should have pinched it that time of the game or not, but sometimes you take those gambles and those risks, and you've got to back your players up sometimes when they take risks. So unfortunately there wasn't a plug and play there that probably would have been a normal circumstance, but nonetheless they got a 1-goal lead. We got 20 minutes of hockey left.
Still a lot to be played.
And a lot to be played. So we'll see what the Seawolves will come out with as far as starting the third period. The Mountaineers will undoubtedly probably come out with Crescetti, who's played very well through both these games. His line has been exceptional. Jarrett, Crescetti, and I'll get you the third player there in a second.
Campbell.
Campbell, yeah. Yes, Campbell, Dusty Campbell, 28 for Crescetti, and Sam Jarrett. All righty, we're getting ready to go here. Stony Brooks will counter with Dureski, Brewster, and they'll have on defense Miller and Miano, as the Seawolves again will be killing for another 1:28 seconds. Seems to be still some wet spots on the ice in the Mountaineers zone, but here we go. Referee Pincus gets ready to drop the puck, and we're off to go. And the face-off won by the Seawolves and hammered in the zone by Dureski. Back to get it is Campbell. Campbell over to Conway, and Conway cross-ice pass to Crescetti coming up on the right wing. Fires all the way in around the net, the wall, to Baker, and then it's bounced back out by the Seawolves because Conway back to get it. He'll pick up and into the neutral zone, picked up by Lopes, who's now on the ice. Nice move by Lopes, and then loses possession, picks it back up. Vinny Lopes doing a nice job kicking some time off the clock. And this is Barry now. Barry controls it over back to Barbera. It's bounced by Campbell and picked up by Jarrett now as Jarrett skates through the neutral zone. Coming wide on right wing. Watched by Barry now is on defense. Picked up by Crescetti. who seems to skate through. But Barry does a good job. Actually, it's Cartwright. Does a good job. No, I'm sorry. That is Barry. It's hard to see the numbers up here. I apologize. Shot right on. Save. Batted away by Scarola. And that puck took a real wicked bounce off the back wall. And Scarola had to be sharp on that. This is Leduc now controlling it. Leduc trying to get around Barbera. Barbera hits the puck back to the corner. And Leduc trying to get around Barbera. Nice job on Barbera here. Using his strength, but Leduc has got great skills. Good skating skills. And, oh, nice shot by Coffey. Waiting for Loops to get around so he could get the shot off. But strong play there by Leduc, using his skating skills. Barbera using his body. And those two battling. And West Virginia able to keep that puck in the zone. Kottkamp is now out there on the draw for the Seawolves with Sotola, as we got all even up now. And Cassano's out there as well. Puck goes back behind Matt Miano, Leduc. And Cassano now controls it, tries to get it out, but he's being forechecked heavily by two Mountaineers. In the neutral zone, picked up by Kottkamp now, picks the puck up and in the zone to Cassano. Cassano scores! Dan Cassano puts one home! And now Dan Cassano, that's a monkey off his back. It's been 14 games, I think, since he scored, but I saw Dan in the locker room. I stopped, I looked at him, I put my hand on the shoulder, and I said, keep going, but keep going, persevere. It's going to happen. All that waiting, and that's a very big goal for the co-captain of the team there. As we'll watch the replay, Cassano's going to come down on the wing. That's a great pass by Kottkamp, and Borky has to move left to right, and Cassano really wasted no time in getting that shot up. Right in the spot could not get to. So good goal by Dan Cassano. Great pass from Kottkamp. Seawolves back up to a 2-goal lead. Through the neutral zone comes JT Hall now with speed and shoots. Saved by Borky. Rebound. It goes in. Oh, actually, it didn't go in. Maybe it was saved. Casely with a shot. Saved. Rebound. JT Hall just misses. Seawolves coming out on fire. We're going to have to look at a replay on that, see if we can see what happened. But JT Hall now back behind the net. Back out to Brewster, who gets a one-time shot, goes wide. Out into the neutral zone now. Casely gets it over to Kavanaugh. As we'll take a look at that replay and see what we get. Back behind the net, controlling that is Kavanaugh, and Hawkins misses the pass. This is going all the way down for icing. So everybody had their sticks raised. I don't know who saw what. Maybe the puck was going in with anticipation until someone was able to get their stick on it to knock it out. Faceoff will be to the left of Todd Scarola. 17:21 left to go. Seawolves 30 shots on goal right now, as the referee's denying the late change on the defense by the Seawolves. As and we're trying to find the replay. Sam Bruce is raising his hand as a goal, but he's furthest away from the play than anybody. But it's hard to see. Puck, oh, it may have hit the post. Oh, Paul, oh, you know what it was? The goal was saved by number 22, Davis. He got his stick and he pulled the puck out. Never crossed the line. All right, this is JT Hall now. Oh, to Brewster, to the net. Borky in position, but the puck never got to him. Now he jumps on it, gobbles it up. So we really couldn't see what happened there, but I could best see from the replay that Davis got his stick on the puck and pulled it out before it crossed the line. I think Sam Brewster could see a clear vision of that puck going in, and he was raising his hand. So, yeah, preempted celebration, as producer said. So, but nonetheless, Dan Cassano did get the goal to put the Seawolves back up by 2. And face off to the right of Borky. This is the fourth line out there. This is Goodell on the draw with Modio and Bozer. And now Bozer gets it over to Modio. Modio in the zone. As he tries to get the puck to Bozer deeper, and going up against a very good line here. This is Presciachetti and Jarrett. Presciachetti comes off, and out comes Estes. Playing the neutral zone here is as Joseph controls back inside the Stony Brook zone. Watched by Jarrett and Estes. Up to Modio. Modio, his pass just went wide and will all the way down, be icing just off the mark. Face off back in the Seawolves zone. Next week, the Seawolves hit the road as they will go to Delaware for 2 games, looking for some redemption. Delaware taking 2 from the Seawolves the last time they were up in this town. Face off to the right of Scarola. And one back by the Mountaineers. And pushed it, not yet pushed out. Seawolves almost had the puck out. This is Joseph now trying to get a Poser with a nice hit on the boards. And he batters out of the zone. It'll be a high stick call. They wave it off. Fired right back into the Seawolves zone. And touch pass out into the neutral zone. This is Amodio now, picking the puck up and racing in over the blue line. Using his speed and size and getting that puck to the front of the net. Seawolves in the midst of a change as Barberas hit the ice. Modio now coming off. On comes Lopes. And Goreski as Moser and Goodell make it off the ice. Cartwright. And this puck is shot right on Scarola. Over to Cartwright. Back behind the net to Casely. As the Seawolves break out. Casely up the wall trying to get to Goreski, but Goreski was not in the position to get that pass. In the neutral zone, this is Leduc. Over to King. King fires high, knocked down by Cartwright with a high stick, but they'll make the call. On a high stick call, it'll be a face-off.
And for those tuning in, it's the ACHA game of the week, too.
ACHA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're confused whether or not it's because last night was supposed to be the game of the week. I don't know what today is. We're trying to figure it out. Yeah, so I mean, if a game of the week is probably just one game, like Hockey Night in Canada's one, right. Saturday night. So, nice feed out here to the point, and a shot knocked down and saved by Scarola. Wow. All right, face off to the left of Scarola as the Mountaineers mount a comeback here, trying to put some pressure on. This is Sotola on the draw. And Seawolves do not win. This is Leduc. Oh, and what a save by Scarola. Not knowing where that puck was and diving all the way back. Him and Miller in unison. As Leduc had the puck, everybody thought he was going to shoot, but there was a backdoor opportunity there that Leduc was trying to get the puck. I believe it was to Bracey. Sotola and Bracey on the draw now, and Seawolves do not win the faceoff. Oh, and there's going to be a penalty here as Leduc came in. The net crashed right into Scarola, and made no attempt to stop. And now Leduc, I think Leduc is also hurt too. He may have hit the post coming in, but unfortunately he really ran into Scarola hard. And Leduc's having some problems getting on his feet. Oh, he's got a problem with his ankle. Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh, jeez. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know how, maybe he lost an edge or something, but he cannot put pressure on that foot. Yeah. Well, that'll be a big loss to lose a player like that. They can't put him in the penalty box. He's got a problem with his foot. I mean, he's just, I don't even think. No. Look at the replay now. I think he just twisted it. Let's see what happens here. We'll watch it again as he comes to the net. Yeah, he collides with somebody, and it maybe just takes his leg. Yeah. So anyway, Seawolves on a power play. 14:35 left to go in the third period. Face off to the right of Borky. Face off won by the Seawolves. Controlled down low by Lopes. Lopes up the wall, gets it up to Joseph at the point. Joseph trying to get it back. The Prescichetti makes a nice play, gets it all the way down the ice. Oh! Errant pass by Scarola as that shot goes high and wide over the top. Scarola was trying to make a play out to Kavanaugh, but Kavanaugh had just moved a different direction. Coming up through the neutral zone, this is Joseph with speed. Coming in on right wing, drops it for Brewster. Brewster to the point as the net is off the moorings, knocked off by a Mountaineer. All right, face off to the right here, out to the left. We got a Stony Brook player joining us in the booth. You might know his name, but we'll wait for him to get a headset on. As the play continues in the Seawolves zone. Now it's bounced into the Seawolves end. And joining us in the booth is Seawolves goaltender Brandon Jones. How are you, Brandon? Good. Glad you could join us. We were thinking about bringing you up earlier, but we're so tight up here, as you can see. It's really a tight thing. But we're just going to watch a little bit of the game. You want to give us some feedback, feel free, okay? How's school? All right, dude. All right, so we're on a power play. 38 seconds left to go. This is Kottkamp controlling. Cross-size feed over to Cartwright. Cartwright controls back, trying to get it to Barbera. Shoots, save made by Borky. Another save as Hawkins was denied right on the doorstep. This is Barbera controlling behind the net up to Cassano. Cassano, one-timer, Kottkamp, glove save, Borky. 18 seconds left to go on the power play, 12:52 left to go in the third period. Stony Brook up by 2. 31 shots through 3 periods right now as both teams go for a line change. And Nick Barbera will take the draw. He'll be out there with Kottkamp, Hawkins, Miano, and Cartwright. And face one back by the Mountaineers. Back up the wall to Kottkamp. Kottkamp controls across to Cartwright. Cartwright down low. Finds Hawkins, back up to Cartwright. Cartwright over to Miano. Wrist shot, straight to the net, save, loose. And fired all the way down as Barbera almost had an opportunity. Picked up by Scarola. He'll leave it for Miano. And Miano sets up behind the bench, and we're all even up. 12:27 left to go in the third. This is around the wall to Miller. Miller trying to control it, knocked off the puck. But does a nice job trying not to lose possession as Hawkins comes back to help out. Trying to get it out. Picked up by Hawkins again, and now we've got a penalty behind the play. We may have 2 players going to the bench. We'll see. Yeah, and it's usually the first one they call. I mean, the retaliation they call. So, but they're going to get Bracey as well. So. I'm not sure what happened to Leduc. I don't know if you watched that last play where he got the penalty, but he couldn't put any pressure. But he's back out on the ice, so looks like he is laboring a little bit. So instead of going at 125 miles an hour, he'll go at 110. He's quick. Yeah. Face off to the left of Scarola. And Satola wins the draw off the wall to Cassano out to the neutral zone. Picked up by Burt, who fires back in, but out of play. So you guys hit the road next week. Going to Delaware. Got to get a little redemption going on. No. Okay, but they came up here and took 2 from you guys, right? Yeah, right. Early in the season, yeah, it was. You guys have definitely matured and gotten much better as a whole team. So it should be an interesting 2 games for sure. Yep. Dan Cassano breaking to the net. It was nice to see Dan Cassano get one for the first time in, more than a few. I know he was getting frustrated, but you know what? Let me tell you. I said this in the broadcast earlier, and anytime you can have a guy who has like 31 points and 24 of them are on assists, you want 15 more guys like that on your team. because they're playmakers. And from what I understand, him and Kotkamp have a history.
I think Salem, yeah.
Yeah, Salem State, yeah. So it's good. It's always nice to be able to get on a team with your best bud. And, you know, as Satola comes in and gets a nice shot. And Dan Casano had the follow-up. And good play by Barry to knock Leduc off the puck there. Yeah, that's what we hear, too. Oh, only good stuff. There's a nice little home run pass to Joseph. Is in on a breakaway now. Chris Joseph shoots. Oh, and a save by Borky. Chris trying to wait out Borky, and Borky just hung out there long enough. Yeah. You hear that a lot. Even at the pro level. Nice play here by JT Hall. Nice play taking that puck away. Good defensive play. And races in now with the puck onside with Hawkins. JT Hall back to Hawkins, trying to get it back out in front. Miano's going to pinch, and is going to take a tripping penalty for his troubles, unfortunately, as it's in that gap of time of do I go or don't I go, and yeah, the refereeing in this game has been, they're calling everything almost, to the point where they're calling even the hands, the stick to the hands. And yet last night, none of that was called. So, yeah. And that shot's fired all the way down on goal. And we got a couple of penalties up on the wall. Right now it's a 5-on-3 for, or is it 5-on? 4-on-3. 4-on-3. He has 7 seconds left to go. And then we'll have a 5-on-3. Well, actually, those two penalties will offset each other. And then the Mountaineers will be on a power play for about a minute and 39 seconds. And face-off won by Barbera. What do you think of Nick Barbera's play this year? I think he's actually played very well, you know, under the conditions that you had mentioned, yeah. So I think that he's been a real spark. He's got a couple of nice key goals this year. Yeah. That is true. And that shot through a screen, saved by Scarola. Another penalty as... Yeah, this is, you know, maybe an opportunity where they might be taking advantage of the refs a little bit, you know. Well, they'll have another power play now as there'll be a 5-on-3 for 59 seconds. And the Seawolves are going to have to battle hard here to keep this puck out of their net. Lopes, Barry, and Joseph. Lopes wins the draw. Yep. A dirty goal, yeah. Back up to the point. And back to King. King shoots, knocked down in front. Exactly. Barry and Joseph been blocking shots like crazy. This puck is good job by Barry. Gets that puck out. He took that shot right in the shoulder. He's feeling it. This is Lopes now, 1-on-2. Back up. Created a pass, created a scoring chance, and Scarola makes the save. Needed Todd to come up big there. He did. Yeah, because you weren't getting much work at all that period. Then it came late. Yeah. All right, back up to the wall. This is Campbell up the point. 5-on-3 for another 18 seconds. And back to Campbell again. Campbell, Stony Brook doing a good job just trying to get in the way of any passes and shots. Miller, Joseph, who's going to be gassed, and Dureski. Good play by Joseph. And nice play there also by Dureski. Doing a good job as they get one back. This is Brewster now coming back hard with the puck. 1-on-3, tries to get it through. Should just go with deep and have the Mountaineers skate further. This is Conway. Shot. Ooh, fooled Scarola on that. Got him a little. Yeah, he didn't picked it up late. Todd hasn't played much in games, so because somebody named Brandon's been playing a lot, which is great. We love to see you in there. But again, to get a break every once in a while, what does that do for you? Does that help you? Right. Versus the Liberty. There's a great save right there. Wow, Scarola spread way out to make that save. Focus-wise, I mean, yeah. Right. Right. But when you're in a much tougher game, you're more in the game mentally and physically. Yeah.
That was a nice kill by Stony Brook with Cartwright out of the box. Now we're at full strength. We're
all back to normal, and now we have a Mountaineer going in the sin bin. I'm not sure if that's it's going to be Tyler Conway who will be going for interference. The Seawolves will go back on a power play. And, you know, I've noticed Joseph and Kotkamp coming back from playing over in Europe. And coming back, their game just went to another level. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. Dan Casano, shot, block it down in front. And we got 1:34 left to go in the power play, 6:52. We're joined in the booth by Brendan Jones, Seawolf goaltender. I would call him the #1 right now. And we're happy to have him in the booth talking to us a little bit about the Seawolves and the game. And, fired high over the top into the Seawolf bench. But I think watching the team over the last 3 years, each year for the last 3 has been getting stronger and stronger and stronger. We've got some guys that came out on the ice today that have not seen the ice much. Brian Bozer, Goodell, Mike Modio. Give me your impressions of how you think they've played today. Freely, yeah. Right. Yeah, I think their energy today was great. Was coach talking to Coach Head before the game, and I was asking who's going to start. He was talking to Coach Bromstead, and they looked at each other and they said, "Let's start the 4th line." You know, they just felt really confident about it. You know, I think the 4th line gave the team the energy that they needed to start with, that, you guys didn't have last night. Yeah. Yeah, you don't come out hard, right. Right. Yeah, the first period was great. Actually, all the starts of the periods were really good, and that's important. Tends to put the other team on their heels, you know. That's right, yeah. All right, pass, Chris Joseph. That puck did not go in. It was a nice little feed. As we got 20 seconds left in the power play, 5:40 left to go in the third period. The Seawolves up by 2, out shooting the Mountaineers 35-17. Yep. All right. Face-off won by the Mountaineers and dribbles out past Joseph. Joseph back over to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh to Sotelo. Sotelo in the zone now. Back to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh controls. Goes to the middle of the ice. Throws a lot pass down low to Kotkamp for the one-time tip and saved by Borky. And this fired all the way down as we're all evened up. No icing here. As that's Sotelo now with the puck. A nice pass to Cassano, to Kotkamp off his skates. Picked up by Joseph. He's got Kotkamp. Kotkamp into Joseph. Oh, just missed the tap in as the puck bounced over his stick. Sotelo now getting it deeper to Cassano. Picks it up on his backhand down low. Leaving it for Sotelo. And for the first time, I'm seeing the Mountaineers actually not moving as well as they've moved throughout the whole game. Yeah, right now they're just kind of, maybe, I don't know, they're just, Seawolves are coming in hard. Those 2 power plays in a row may have hurt. Picked up by Kotkamp to Cassano to Sotelo through the neutral zone. Yeah. Play behind, things going on behind the play there that we unfortunately can't always catch. This is caught right now, who controls it, dumps it all the way in. And all the way around, picked up by Pescichetti, who missed it, and it was missed by Casey. Picked up by Brewster. Fires a ripper into the pads of Borky. Makes a save. Good shot by Brewster. And this puck just jumps up off of Casey's stick. Hawkins late to the puck. And controlled by the Mountaineers. King over to Davis, and this will go all the way down, but icing is waved off. Controlled by Miller. Off the wall to Brewster. Cross-ice feed to Hawkins. And that's Lowry. Philip Lowry played for Applecore, number 2. He's a local kid. He's the only freshman on their squad. They have 4 sophomores, the rest are juniors and seniors. Yeah. Quarrytown? Yeah, Quarryville. Quarryville. Wesley's going to the box right now for a penalty, as Philip Laurelli. It's Laurelli, Laurelli. And we'll have a 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. We're down to 3:33 left to go in the third period. Stony Brook up by 2 goals, 4-2. We'll be back in a couple of weeks for another broadcast, as the Seawolves will hit the road next weekend and head down to University of Delaware for a pair of games. Wasn't aware of that. That's an Olympic-sized rink you play on down there? Oh, of course. Yep. Face-off outside the Mountaineer zone. It's Barbera on the draw. He's out there with Lopes. This is Lopes now. And he'll get the puck to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh will move the puck, try to get it deeper, and then he loses the possession. It's picked up by Leduc. And Leduc's checked off by Lopes. Puck all the way around, picked up by Burt, throws it back behind the net, picked up by Joseph. And Joseph watched by Leduc. Joseph now picks up the puck from the passing Barbera, skates through the neutral ice zone and trying to make a move around Burt. Yeah, just wind and shoot there, yeah. Yeah, everybody wants to get a little closer, but sometimes, you know, the shot is can be deceptive at that distance. As Cassano breaking through 2 players, as he's dumped by Davis. No call there, and Cassano didn't have possession of the puck. Lopes doesn't have a stick. He'll go to the bench. As Barry is battling Leduc. Well, actually, Machete. And he'll call a hook because Barry couldn't really get to the puck. So Machete will go to the box. He's not happy about that call, but I don't know how else you'll call it. The Seawolves will now be up on the power play. 4-on-3, as this whole period basically has been played on special teams, it seems like. Yeah. Right. And I think that's what happened. Oh, nice play here. This Kottkamp to Cassano, a set play from the faceoff that these guys have is nice. Kottkamp wins that draw, pushes that forward, and giveaway. This is Jarrett. Oh, and he loses an edge, and he lost the puck off his stick. He was in all alone. It was like a penalty shot. This is Kottkamp now. Kottkamp trying to make a play. Just take the shot, get the shot off. As I think Scarola kind of blew up large in front of the Jarrett because he was coming to the net. Yeah. All right, so now we're back to 5-on-4. Kavanaugh controls, and he gets it over to Joseph and poked past him. Again, 2 good defensive plays here on the penalty kill by West Virginia. As the Seawolves, and I was trying to say this before, is because what you said about the special teams is, I think that's what hurt you guys in that second game against Liberty, is there was so many penalty kills and power plays that you guys were gassed. Kottkamp trying to make a play here. This is Kottkamp coming in, and he scored. Did he score? No, nice save by the by Borky. Nice glove save. Yeah. We're under a minute left to go, and the Seawolves, barring any miracle comebacks, will grab 2 here, which is what they needed to do to stay where they are in the rankings and keep pace. Face off to the right of Borky, and this is Cartwright. Controls it down low. Get it over to Joseph as Brewster's ready to set a cannon, and his shot goes wide. Kept in by Joseph. Yeah, and this is Lopes now. Lopes back to Joseph. Joseph moves down to Cartwright. Cartwright controls the puck, controls the play, down to Brewster. 20 seconds left to go in the game. And this is Lopes trying to get it low down to Brewster. Back out in front to Dureski, who vacated the area. Had he stayed, he might have had a tap-in. 12 seconds left to go in the third period. We want to thank you all for joining us on the broadcast today. And keep an eye on Stony Brook's next weekend games by going to the www.stonybrookhockey.com website. And join us on Facebook as well. And keep an eye on what's going on. This team's doing very well this year. We are down to the last 4 or 5 seconds. Sam Brewster will try to get a last shot off, and that'll do it. So the Stony Brook Seawolves successfully have taken 2 games from West Virginia University Mountaineers. And the final today, 4 for the Seawolves, 2 for the Mountaineers. Shots on goal through 3 periods, 38 for the Stony Brook Seawolves, 17 for the Mountaineers. And it's, again, as a team that we don't see often enough. I think the Mountaineers came in being ranked 21 and played a very, very good 2 games against the Seawolves. Yeah. All right, well, we want to wish you good luck next week. Thanks for joining us in the booth. This is Andy Mignani on behalf of Leah Winfield, Brian G on camera, Trevor, our producer, engineer, and mogul. We'd like to send you all a good day, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks for joining Seawolves Hockey Live.
Europe and coming back, their game just went to another level.